is a fighter for justice.
He's really a master in consensus building.
It was Stewart who built this institution.
In many ways, Stewart is a chip off the old block. His father was a successful businessman. Beulah, his mother, was a pioneer in the motion picture industry and for Asian American visibility.
We both started law school together at UCLA. I would literally go like this, come out of class, and that means we were going to demonstrate or we're going to walk out.
Young people were really galvanized by the issues of the time.
And Stewart has always had what I call a social justice heart.
Individuals were not willing to go to regular mainstream attorneys, so he decided to start a civil rights group based in community lawyering.
Stewart pitched the idea of having a legal center that could do exactly that.
On June 19, 1982, a Chinese-American man was chased down and killed by two white men with a baseball bat.
A big issue that galvanized the Asian American community was the murder of Vincent Chin.
And it was Stewart that took up that cause, and he built a coalition of civil rights groups.
The reason he's effective is that because he has no ego himself, he can get others to drop their ego, to come to the table to reach a consensus.
And that all of us working together is far more powerful than any one of us advocating alone.
Because of the 1992 civil unrest in LA, I was looking to partner up with an organization that had the platform and that can provide the sustainable relief. You know, disputes with the landlord, insurance companies, SBA loans.
Stewart initiated the Multicultural Collaborative during that period of time. There were so many different things that we did that kind of changed the way we thought about ourselves as an organization, the potential of kind of what we could be and the role that we could play within our broader community.
Stewart really took the bridge building in our communities to a different level. He was one of the initial leadership of what was called Rebuild LA.
When the Thai workers case first began, I remember saying to him, we're not going to be able to get them out unless we sign bonds. This was a financial obligation that we really didn't have any idea what it could mean. And without hesitation, he said, yes, let's do that.
Stewart came to me and he said, Elise, you know, we are the homeless capital of the nation. And then in true Stewart fashion, he brought the Fannie Mae Foundation. They funded our first walk. Little did we know how transformational that walk would become. Now we're up to 15,000 people who walk annually.
The institution that we've built could easily be 3 separate organizations. Stewart's vision is broader than that. He sees the intersections and he wants to create an institution where we have opportunities to kind of leverage that.
He's always changing and evolving with what's happening, trying to figure out how we fill that need, and then building the infrastructure.
I have interviewed young staff that say the reason I want to work here, the reason I went into public interest law is because Stewart Kwoh spoke at my commencement.
One thing that he made it a practice of doing is to have lunch with every new staff who comes on board.
Our new finance director talks about how he stops by her office every single day just to say, you know, hi, how are you doing? And it really communicates a level of care.
Another little anecdote that just always warms my heart is that he goes out every year and fishes and personally smokes that fish and gives those gifts with such love.
The first time that I received a fish, I was shocked. There was a fish wrapped in saran wrap on my desk.
And I remember thinking that I didn't know what this was. I'm like, is somebody threatening me?
Who left a dead fish on my desk?
So it's always a surprise for mostly newer staff.
When Stewart received the MacArthur Genius Grant, it's like another day walking in the park with Stewart Kwoh.
We as a staff put together this celebration.
A reputation we had all heard of, that he was quite the dancer back in the day. And people started doing, you know, the chant like, dance, dance, dance.
He did the splits.
And everybody was stunned silent.
He turned to me and said, Bonnie, can you see if I rip my pants?
One of the major accomplishments, if you will, is the rebranding of different API, public interest groups in the country, to adopt a common name.
This was a bold move. This was a way of uniting the Asian Pacific legal services all across the country.
That was something so powerful that Stewart was the one champion for that. It took 7 years.
It enables Asian Americans to elevate our voices and really be at the table at a national level.
On behalf of our family at the California Endowment, our board and our staff, a wonderful and hearty congratulations to Stewart and Pat.
Our strongest, heartiest, best wishes are with Stewart and Pat.
Let me just express my deepest gratitude as you celebrate this amazing milestone of 35 years of legacy.
You've been one hell of a friend, and I hope that we continue to make trouble for decades to come.